Hey, Brenda, how you doing? That's good, Brenda. Glad to hear it. You're doing good. It's only 82 degrees here, but it's just muggy. Um, Mia was just bugging the hell out of me, wanted to go outside, so I let her go out. We'll see how that goes. 231. Yeah, I kind of gather that. Let me go take a look on the cameras. Actually, she's walking around. Mia, Mia, what you doing? Mia, Mia. It didn't give you any trouble. Get your chicken noodle soup. All right. Okay, buddy. Did you say hi to Mia? Wait, through. I fed her, and that's why she's hanging around out there. Yeah. Hey, here comes Birdman, David.
Hey, Paul.
How's it going?
Yeah, just thought I'd just did a test live on my with my new graphics card.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I wanted to get to Aberdeen before you went live, but I was a little short.
It was all good besides the virtual families he was just murdering on the road on the way there.
In my defense, on that last roundabout, there was no one in the way, so taking a shortcut was fine.
What's up, Brenda, Russell, TJ, and Donald?
Yeah. Hi, everybody in the chat.
Can't wait to see the new update tomorrow.
How are the kids doing in school this week?
All right, I guess.
No complaints or anything?
No. None of my kids really have issues in school with like other students or
They're
anything like
good
that.
kids, yeah.
Well, I mean, they don't really have problem being like picked on or anything.
Well, they take after their mother, right?
Attitude wise, no, I would say Kelsey. No, they definitely take after me about being like confrontational. So, because they don't play with other kids, like they start doing some stupid shit, they'll be all up in their face.
They don't go for that nonsense, huh?
Yeah. Especially Kelsey, she's the type of probably knock a kid the hell out if they got in her face.
Best way to be.
And then all three of them, they'd be fighting with each other, but then if somebody gets in the middle of them three, oh no, now you done fucked up.
That's what it's like with Laura's nieces. They are little fuckers together. But when if one picks on one, Jesus, they unite. Yeah, they're a little worried about child number one. She'll be joining child number two in the playground next year. And he likes to get a little bit rough with his friends.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so she'll always defend her brother, so they reckon by end of break there'll be a few kids sprawled out on the schoolyard. Just because child two was playing football.
There was one kid in our old neighborhood, and I was watching Kelsey and Aubrey were out front playing, and I was watching them on the cameras, and she was walking Tyson, and this like 13, 14-year-old kid come walking by. Never seen this kid before. Don't know where the hell, what street he lived on. Never saw him before, but he walked by and he looks at Aubrey. He's like, "Give me that dog." And Aubrey's like, "No, get away from my house." And he said, "Give me that dog, or I'll just take it and kill it." And I came out that fucking front door, bro.
Fucking
And I
fine.
said, "You're gonna fucking do what?" And the kid looked at me, goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, sir." I said, "You have about 2 seconds to get the fuck off my street." I said, "I'm gonna mess you up." And that kid took off running. I never saw him again after that. Never came by. I don't know
He
where.
wasn't a normal in the neighborhood, was he?
Well, I don't know. There was a lot of families that lived in that neighborhood with young kids, and I had never seen that particular kid before. Well, some of the other kids that lived on our street said that he lived a couple streets over. Never saw him again on my street. When he saw me come out that front door, his eyes got real wide.
It just goes to show that we live in a different kind of world. You know, maybe some of that used to go on, but not to the extent it does today.
So,
Hey,
Yeah.
there's Captain Joe.
yeah, dropped the dog off this morning, and then I stopped at Wendy's real quick, grabbed me a couple of chickens croissants. I get in front of my house, I come in here and I go to click on, and you say 14 watch. There's only 14 watches. It's kind of slow. I'm going. Boom. I said, "Oh hell," you know.
Well,
I didn't think I was going to get on just now. I thought you were going to be off already.
you got my phone number. You could have called me.
I told you I was on my way. So I went and picked them up a couple minutes early. And since Wendy's was right there,
Oh, look at that.
it's heart healthy. It's a Baconator.
It's called the Baconator, huh?
Yeah, it's loaded with bacon, cheese. It's heart healthy.
Looks like it's got onions on it too.
Got everything. I have a drowsy dog.
Now, what did he go in for?
He went in to get his teeth cleaned and to get the teeth cleaned, nails cut.
Okay, well, I can understand them drugging him a little bit on his nails cutting, but the teeth
No,
cutting,
they was
you've got to drug him for that.
yeah, they did. They called me and said he looked beautiful, other than about 2 molars in the back that were loose. And they said we recommend taking them out. Not worried about them, but it's not on my plan. I said nope, I'm not buying them. I'm not doing it. They'll come out if they're gonna come out.
Yeah.
$436.
Holy crap!
Yeah, it's cheaper to pull my teeth. If it bothers them enough, it's gonna come out on its own. It don't bother me enough.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I saved him a couple of little pieces of chicken from this morning. So he's getting some chicken from this morning. Now he's happy. They're good.
Yeah, I was
he's
about
back to normal.
I was about to jump on Paul's too, because I got up at like 9:30 and I went and took a shower, got dressed, and then I got on Fortnite because Matt was going to meet me there at 10 o'clock. And then he ended up not showing up till like 11, but I went to go jump on Paul's and he was already ended.
Yeah, Paul said, got 83 people watching. It's kind of slow. Boom.
There wasn't 83 people watching. There was 9 people watching.
14 people, you said. He said 14 people watching, gotta go. Bye. I'm gonna eat my sandwich.
Okay. So have you ever had one of those, Justin, the Baconators?
Oh yeah.
Looks like it's huge.
Wendy's is okay.
Yeah, when you get 2 of them for $7, that's not bad.
Wow. Was that a special?
Single patty.
Double patty.
It's not bad.
It was buy one, get one.
2 for $7. So in other words, like if you were to just buy one, you pay $7.
Yeah, $7.84. That's what it called. The 2 of those. Look at all those burgers. Look at all that burger.
Wow.
Look at that. Man, look up. Look at all that bacon. It's all bacon. Very heart healthy.
They have that same special over where you are, Justin?
I have no idea, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you got to have the app. I found out if I get the app off of a lot of these things, I could save money eating during the month a lot.
Oh yeah, like McDonald's does that too. They offer all kinds of deals if you use the app.
Burger King
It's
does
just-
well.
It's just a way of them getting you to want to use the app because they want to go for a more online type thing. So
Yep.
David gets all kinds of coupons for fresh meat.
You're correct.
But you don't buy.
Now,
Anybody heard from Mark?
not today. He's supposed to be having his operation this morning, so yeah, let's see if he's messaged me.
Laura says, "Hi Joe, how are you? Hope your day is good."
It is, Laura. And I'm topping it off with this baconator.
question is what does she want? Apparently she
Huh.
wants you to watch
She
a video.
wants-
Yeah, she's gonna follow it up with like a video link or something.
She's just being nice. That's it. That's in her way of doing things, right, David?
Yeah,
Hmm.
She's just a kind, nice person. Right, David?
I want my tea smoking.
whatever you say, Paul. I'm not going fishing.
There isn't that many nice people in the world, but she is stellar at it.
You literally said 2 lines before that. Shut up to me.
Well, we understand that, you know.
Hold on a sec, Laura.
What has she got? Fortnite up running?
I guess she wants to show me something.
See, that wasn't too bad, Justin. I did 45 minutes and got 3 hours, 31-minute watch time.
Bad.
That's good. Justin, when it came on, you got more.
Yeah, Justin was on my panel.
I didn't see him.
I didn't realize he was live. I was watching an interview on YouTube and then I caught his like last about half hour. He was on.
Yeah. I weren't going to go on Zoom, but Dominic was in the chat and that, so I thought, might as well. Dominic said he'll be over in an hour.
You still working with the girls or what?
Mhm.
He's got a 7 a.m. meeting
Ah,
with a builder.
That's what they call them now, builders.
Yeah. Bill
well, he's got to collect all the money that the girls made overnight. So isn't that how
I
it
think
works?
they're trying to, I think they're trying to stiff him.
Well, they're good at that.
Shoot, I said that without my disclaimer up too. This is a big ass hamburger. I'll put it this way, I'm about half into it. I'm getting full. What's up, David? Brenda?
Dom, really a pimp? No.
Not much.
Why we're not for sure. We couldn't say it, but you know, he said that a couple of the girls call him Mr. Pimp Daddy. So I don't know what that. You know.
I don't know, that last
Oh.
video I saw him walking across in that outfit he had on, looked like he
Yep.
was pimping.
Yeah, sometimes it takes a minute to drop out, Laura.
He would be good at it. Nobody put anything over on him.
Puts a drone up in there just to watch the girls.
Yep. Well, who was it? Somebody used to go down on the areas where the girls were out standing on the street corners with a drone and get video of it and post it.
There was a
Really?
guy that used to film that in, what was it, LA or San Francisco or something, but he didn't use a drone. He just filmed it from he would drive by and film it in his vehicle.
Oh, the drive-by
Yes.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah, he had a
Well, there
whole
was somebody
channel
that did
based around
aerials,
it.
and it was 2, 3, 4 years ago. But
I don't know who you're talking about, then. Because like I said, the guy I've seen a few of his videos here and there. He does that. He just goes and he films them and watches them all day, and then posts it to YouTube.
well, these videos, Justin, are up in the air, and it showed the streetwalkers walking up to cars pulling over, them getting in the cars and then leaving, and then going different directions. And
Go to YouTube. Filming hookers with drones.
can't remember who it was, but I haven't seen them on either lately. Maybe maybe their pimp got them.
There's a channel called Royal 562. Let me see. Yeah, he films a bunch of shit like that with his drone. He's got, let me see. Yeah, he does where he films from his vehicle, and he also does drone footage too. He's been on YouTube for about 2 years. First video doing it was a year ago, but he only posts like once a month. He really doesn't have that many videos, to be honest. He only got about 20 videos, 20, 30 videos.
Okay, go get a drink.
It's in Figueroa, wherever the hell that's at. He's not very consistent with his videos. Like,
No, it's
one
not like
might
he's
be-
on a regular routine. All of a sudden, you'll see a bunch of them and then not.
well, no, he does like regular just drone footage, but then he's got a bunch of them called Figueroa Streetwalkers in
Yeah.
4K. But then he has one of like him shooting a paintball event, and then he has one of Universal Studios Jurassic Park ride, where he's riding on a ride. Then he's got one random video of Call of Duty Mobile. Yeah, his videos are kind of all over the place.
Joe, how was the
They shoot-
burger?
Oh, man. You shooting paintballs at the hooker? What?
That was a paintball event. There's Hot Box Networks following people with our drones compilations.
Well, did y'all see that video that came out during COVID up in Minnesota? They showed the police walking down the street at the 8 p.m. curfew, and people standing on their porch watching the police,
Oh yeah, and they were shooting the paint.
and they're screaming at them, "Get back inside! Get back inside!" They say, "Light them up," and they all shoot them with paintball. Okay, come on, camera. Come on.
Fast fucking channel.
There you go. That's our illustrious Harris Vice President nominee that ordered that. It'd been funny if they just said light them up and people lit them up back.
And then there's a channel called Bums versus Drones. And it's somebody literally harassing homeless people with the drones.
Yeah, that guy needs
And
to go to jail.
it started here. I'll show it to you. The channel. Its first video was 6 months ago.
I'll give you some later.
Battle under the bridge. The tramp. Community under the bridge. But
Was that guy shooting something at him there?
Right there.
Yeah, one guy used a slingshot to try the drone.
Then it's literally Bums versus Drones. Is the name of the channel.
How many subscribers you got?
4,000.
4,701, right?
It's 4,000.
710.
Yeah.
10 to 20. And a bunch of sick people. Look at your boy sleeping on the edge of the bridge.
Big picture just above it says Burns versus Drones. Is that guy trying to jump off that?
I have no idea.
It looks like he's sleeping.
Still photo, I don't know. But yeah, it's not that old. Let's see. It started January 20th of 2024, so it's not that old of a channel. And that's exactly why.
So that's what TJ's doing with his drones, huh? Now we know why Lance gets up so early in the morning.
Yeah.
Damn. So Trump's had a press conference telling what he's going to do. He's been on for almost an hour and a half.
Oh, it's still going?
And he's taking questions now. He'll be up there another hour. Yeah, since he started doing these press conferences like this a couple times a week, he's going up to a point ahead. But he brought up everything in this one. I didn't get to see it. But he has food and everything in back of him, telling the difference in the pricing from when he was there and when they're there.
Really?
That's what he's talking about. He's saying she wants to change the economy. She's been in office 3 years. Look what she's done. You know, that's what people need to look at. She's been in office 3 years. Look what the economy has done. Look at this now. So, but you can't fix stupid. There's going to be a lot of stupid people out there. But I don't like him. Okay, you're going to pay higher prices. I don't like him that much either, but I don't want to pay higher prices. I like some of the things he does. I can't stand when he starts criticizing all the time. But the policies are good. What's up, Jim?
What's up, Jim?
Go check on Tino. And Dominic in his video, this on a post he had, said he got a call and said he could work with constructions. What's he going to do? Fly drones for him or something? Or go in and work?
I was just about to call you all a bunch of ignorant bastards because none of you are answering my questions. Then I realized I muted the mic.
Well, guess what?
Yeah.
Whose fault is that? You know?
Me. Yeah, I was just about to say a Detroit judge has been temporarily taken off the bench after he forced a 15-year-old girl to wear handcuffs and a jail uniform because she appeared to fall asleep during a field trip to his court. Judge Kenneth King.
Yeah, he needs to get fired.
Yeah.
He needs to be removed.
Yep. He said temporarily taken off.
And normally you don't mess with a judge.
So,
But a judge is being stupid, then you go ahead and they got to get him off.
so already the Ukrainian forces, they're in Russian territory now.
Yeah,
And
we know.
taken-
And they've set up an office.
They've taken over 28 towns and villages so far.
Yep.
Yeah, set up an office.
So let me ask you a question. How much further are they gonna be able to get before Putin gets serious?
I think they're being lulled into a trap.
I don't know. I think the Russian forces are just fucking morons.
No,
I think so too.
I think they're being lulled into a trap because where they've entered, if you actually look below, you'll see where the Russian forces are, what Russian control. They only need to go up behind them, then them soldiers are screwed.
Yeah, but the last couple of years have shown that Russia does not know how to run logistics behind their military. They're horrible at it. Their military tactics are just dog shit. So I don't know. I just don't think that they're gonna. Then that's the thing is people forget that Ukrainian forces were training with a lot of U.S. special forces for years prior to that incursion from Russia.
Yeah, but they're using
For a
British.
good 8. Do what?
They've invaded with British tanks.
Oh, they're using U.S. armor too. They got
US
Strikers
armor,
and all that.
British armor. I
Yeah,
think
but-
even France has put in armor.
Yeah, but it's the British tanks that are leading the way.
But that's what I'm saying is at the end of the day, those Ukrainian forces were training for almost 9 years before Russia invaded. So they got some of the best training and military tactics and understanding of their battlefield.
I mean, it does
Where
make you.
Russia hasn't really been in any significant conflict in decades. I mean, they have a few little ones here and there, like in, Syria, where they kind of helped the U.S. get rid of ISIS. But, yeah. They just don't have a lot of experience anymore. Plus, our military was hollowed out by all kinds of corruption.
Yep.
Money that was supposed to go into their military to advance it got siphoned off by a lot of corrupt generals and different people in the Kremlin.
So they set up an office in Kursk to provide food and medicine for the locals and keep law and order in the area.
Yeah, Ukraine don't have no qualm with the local people. They just want to go after the Russian military.
Yeah. Well, they've actually said that they've got no plans to stay. They just want to show Putin that they can do what he does if they wanted.
But it was funny that Russia labeled that as an act of terrorism when they just did the same fucking thing 3 years ago.
Yeah.
For no reason. For absolutely no reason. They had
Yep.
no reason to go into Ukraine except for they just wanted it. And their whole argument behind it was they didn't want Ukraine to become part of NATO because that would put NATO closer to their borders.
Yep.
Well, think about it. You're taking Ukraine, which puts you right up against NATO's borders. It's the same fucking thing. Just
Yeah,
in
but-
reverse.
You also have the other issue where now NATO is right up on the borders because
Oh, we're already touching their borders and some other
we've taken Sweden and Finland in.
But that's
They've
what I'm
literally
saying.
surrounded
is-
themselves now.
But that's what I'm saying. That was their argument for taking Ukraine, though. And it's like, well, that's the same thing, just in reverse. Instead of the NATO being up against your border this direction, you're just up against NATO's border in the other direction.
Yeah.
There's no difference.
Did you see what Jim put in the chat? About the Canadians?
No.
Pills and the
Beef tail attack Canadian geese. They use Canadian geese to drop their bombs. What you talking
Yeah,
about? That's their Air Force, the Canadian geese.
yep.
We'll just send all the rednecks up to the Canadian border. They'll take care of those geese real quick.
Well, I'm telling you,
Let's get them, boys.
the place I flew yesterday, they've got across where Walmart and Home Depot and all the places are. They've got an area called North Park Business, North Lake. It's actually North Park, not North Lake. It's North Park Business Park. That's what it's called. I named it wrong. But but I flew the little ponds that are out there, like retention ponds with the fountains. And they got a sign as I'm going in that says geese crossing. Because they usually have Canadian geese up in there. And these suckers, especially over here by the hospital, they just start walking across the
Yeah,
road.
they just walk, they just don't pay attention.
Oh, they pay attention. They just know you're not going to do anything. We had one.
That's the way they are down here by the bridge. You'll have like 15 or 20 of them on each side of the road. And all of a sudden, one or two of them just decide they're going to stroll across the road.
Oh, I know. But you know what works? The Avada, the original Avada, will make them scatter.
Really?
Oh, I found that out. They were walking down by Raccoon Point when I was flying the Avada one day. And I got within about 30 feet of them. They all took off.
Yeah,
The
worst
Avada
wep-
2, they won't.
Jim, let's be honest. The worst weapons you guys have up in Canada are hockey sticks.
Curling sticks. The
Hockey
curling
sticks
thing.
and pucks.
Dustin, what's up, man? I ain't seen you in a minute. How you doing,
Hey,
dude?
Dustin.
Look, Dustin.
No, yeah, that's the way the sandhill cranes are down here, the protected ones. It's like they know they're protected, dude. They walk out on the road and they just fucking stare at you. And you'll
Yeah.
blow the horn and they won't even move. They'll just sit there and look at you.
They stop. They blow it again. I'll stay.
Bitch, you don't move out the road, it's gonna be a hit and run.
Well, we saw that the other day. I was out driving with Justin somewhere, and I'm driving back, and he's in the car with. I can't remember why I picked him up. I don't even remember why. But we're coming back, and one of them was flying across the road, and a pickup truck was driving, and it hit the side right in the corner, right by the driver. Flew up in the air about 15 feet, came straight down on the ground. Right. Justin goes, "Oh, he smoked like that." The goose got up, shook himself, and walked across the road. He said, "See if I fly across again."
Yeah.
Just shook himself off. Lucky he didn't hit the guy in the window and break it.
That's what's funny is sandhill cranes are so highly protected in Florida because they used to be an endangered species, but they've flourished. There's millions of them now. So they've never taken them off the list. They just leave them on there because they become like a staple of Florida, right? Kind of a symbol of Florida. And so they've never taken them off the list. But in other states like Idaho, where Sean lives, they can hunt them. And I'll tell you what, the steaks that come off those birds look quite
Yeah.
delicious.
Yeah, Justin every morning
Plug
gets up
your
and
ears,
looks on the
David.
list.
You don't want to hear this.
Every morning, Justin gets up to look to see if it's still on the list. It's taken off the list. He's going after him. You gotta be speeding down the road getting them.
No, in Idaho, they actually refer to them as ribeye of the sky because they're not a meat like you would see in a turkey. It's not white meat. It's actually red meat. It looks like beef. And Sean said you
They-
cut a good steak off of it, and he says that you would think it was a ribeye when you were eating it. But it doesn't look
Wonder
like
if they got them here.
it doesn't look like traditional bird meat like you would think like a turkey or chicken. Hey, look, Joe. This is a sandhill crane steak right here. This is what it looks like.
Yeah, no.
Does that not look like a regular fucking steak from the store?
Oh, that looks yummy, doesn't it, David?
No, it looks like
David, avert your
it
eyes.
looks like mold. It looks like moldy beetroot. Yeah, you might. Yeah, if you plot that out, you might want to go and see your doctor.
Hey, Justin, they got them here in mid-November to early March. I don't think they're endangered here.
You have to look that up because I know in Florida they become a kind of a staple, so they've never taken them off the list. Yeah,
Well-
Jim, it does. It looks just like a beef steak, like a ribeye or any kind of steak you would buy.
If that's what your steak looks like, right? Seriously, I question where you're fucking buying your meat from. Not a steak.
Well, that's
The
a very,
Mississippi crane hill is endangered. Yeah,
I'm sure there's
Wait.
different breeds of them too.
well, this one's a white one. With
Yeah,
the same, it looks more white.
Yeah, the ones down here are like grayish color.
Yeah, don't endanger lizard. God, son.
That's why I said a lot of states put them on the endangered species list decades ago, but they've bounced way back. Trust me, I could walk outside and it wouldn't take me long to find a group of them. They're everywhere. It's just one of those animals that was over hunted, you know. It wasn't hunted with regulations, and that's what happened.
Yeah, I remember now the Sandhill crane. They've got parts of the beach down in Biloxi area in Gulfport that are cordoned off, and it's for them, where you can't get near it. I remember seeing that. They're saying that the refuge is they say it's critically endangered in Mississippi. Well, it's not saying they're saying they're found in Louisiana, but they're considered an endangered species. So I guess they're endangered if they're here.
Really?
Well, that's what I said, because some states have labeled them as endangered, but there's other states it's legal to hunt them. So like I said, you can hunt them up in Idaho where Sean lives. They actually give the tags out for them.
Yeah, I'm actually because I see that way they talk about hunting up that way.
Because it wasn't endangered on a national level. Like if the federal government came in and put it on the endangered species list on a national
Yeah.
level, you wouldn't be able to hunt it anywhere. But it's individual states have done it over the years.
Yeah, and I'm actually looking at the picture of it. I don't think I've ever seen one. I've seen
Really?
other other herons and stuff like that here. But what gets me is the face is different because it's got all the top is red.
Oh, it's crazy.
And I don't
too,
remember
is
seeing one.
on their feet, they have this big ass claw that looks just like the raptor claw from the Jurassic Park movie. Remember the claw that he was showing the kid?
Yeah.
It looks just like that, and it's about a ½ inch long. And they got these big claws on their feet. I don't know what they use them for, like what the significance of the claw is, but Sean actually has a collection of them that he's kept. He always keeps the claw for him. But see, people, back in the day, sometimes people hunted a lot more for sport. Where these days, I mean, you still have technically sport hunting, but stuff doesn't get wasted. If people go out hunting, if like say like somebody like Ron takes somebody out to guide, and they're just there to get the skin and they want to hunt, the rest of that meat isn't just going to go to waste. Other people will
Yeah.
take it.
And they got the ones over by you. They got black tips on their wings.
Yeah,
Yeah, see, they got black tips on the wings too, and they're white over here.
but they're kind of more grayish here.
And you got the gray ones. In Louisiana, and that they're more white.
And they're big birds too. They're not small. Like when they're standing straight up, a full size grown adult, their head would probably be 5 foot in the air, 4.5 foot.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
You can have
Yeah,
me go and
they're
look
very
and see if I
tall
got a
birds.
picture of one.
They're not small by any means.
Yeah, I used to go
I've
out and do wildlife pictures all the time, but I don't remember ever getting one of those.
I'll tell you one thing they don't like. They don't like seeing reflections of themselves and shit. I saw a guy's car in the Walmart. I saw a guy's car in the Walmart parking lot one day got fucked up because he had this like mirror glossy finish on his car that showed reflection really well. Oh, dude, there was a group of them in there. They attacked the living shit out of his car, and he wanted Walmart to pay for it. They were like, "That's out of our hands." Is it clearly states that anything that happens in the parking lot is they're not responsible for. And two, it was something of nature. It was a bird. We can't control that.
It's in your parking lot.
But there was a whole group of them that did the shit out of this guy's car and were pecking at it and attacking it.
Yeah, I'm looking at the. They got a place that I go shoot birds all the time. Do pictures. It's a wildlife area in Mandeville, and I'm looking at the picture of the birds that come up in here, and none of them are sandhill. Snow egret, blue heron, the great egret, light blue, the tricolored.
Well, they might not be that common, so you probably
but
or
these
you
are the
just
ones that are
never-
regular here.
or you just never notice one.
Well, all the pictures I got of birds, I don't have any with a red top on its head. Yeah.
Well, like Brenda said, you cannot screw with sandhill cranes. You will get in big trouble if you're caught screwing with them. And I could be wrong, but I am under the assumption that I think you have to at least call and report if you accidentally hit one in the car. So if one walks out in front of your car and you smack it, obviously you're not going to get in trouble, but you're supposed to report it so they can put it on, the statewide registry for them and document that it did get killed.
There you go, Laura. Got a picture for you.
Get that off.
But people down here are big sandhill crane supporters. Like you'll see people's front yards.
Laura likes snakes, David?
I don't know, but I don't.
David, close your eyes. I want to show this one.
Laura's not in. Laura's not here. So
Close your eyes. I'm gonna show you a mean ass snake. This was a mean ass snake. That sucker right there. I almost walked on top of him.
What's that, a diamondback?
No, that's a cottonmouth. Water monkey.
Cottonmouth, okay.
Yeah, you look where he's facing, and I almost stepped down right on him.
I catch them.
Yeah, in pictures, I don't mind. In real life, fuck that.
Dude, even poisonous snakes never scared me when I was younger. I used to catch rattlers all the time. And Western Diamondbacks are no joke. You have the Eastern Diamondback and the Western Diamondback. The Western Diamondback is far worse than the Eastern.
That little gator right there is about 10 inches long. I was taking pictures of him or her, whatever it is, and the mom decided it wanted to tell me no.
Tell the mom to back up.
I got in my car and left. I got in my car and left. That sucker come over to my
I don't
car.
care.
His mum said, "Excuse me, no to Facebook."
Yeah, the mom said, "Hell no, get out my face."
Golf course people don't like them.
I'll
But
show
like
your
I've
mom.
seen a lot of people, Brenda, down here, at least in my area, that have like, we love Sandhill Crane signs in their front yard and shit. Like, yeah,
That's the mom right there. Mom or dad, but he came up all the way up to my car and tried to bite the tire.
so why didn't
was
you
about-
get out and pet him and tell him he was a good boy?
Yeah, right. That's about 12 to 14
Well,
foot
for
long.
somebody that grew up in Louisiana, you're awful scared of wildlife.
I was scared of them.
You know how many guys I've met from Louisiana, they'd be like, "Ah, fuck this gator," and they'd jump on top of it. Joe don't
See,
like
this
it,
is
Joe
what
don't
we
even
s-
want to mess with them.
This is what we see down here most of the time. Right here. But I'm wondering if they'd be the same tasting. You know, never know. Got the same shape.
How could you eat that cute thing?
It depends how hungry you are.
Look, I'm all about hunting as long as you're not hunting just to kill something.
Yeah.
Like if you're actually going to use the meat, and even if you stuff the animal and use the hide, give it a purpose, I guess, I'm good with that. But if you're just killing just to kill, that's a whole nother thing. You know, like if you were the type of person to walk out and just shoot an animal and then just walk off and leave it and do nothing with it, yeah, that's kind of fucked up.
Hey, look, Justin. Here's one of Canada's airplanes.
Canada's airplanes.
Yeah. It's one of the Air Force planes.
Because as much as people, like a lot of activists out there, don't like hunting, if it's done correctly, it's actually good for the environment in the long run. Because, you know, if animals get too big of an abundance, they can cause a lot of diseases, stuff like that. So you want to try to keep, you know, herds of like deer and stuff kind of thinned out a little bit, you know. You don't want them getting so massive that they start causing all kinds of crazy diseases and issues like that.
I took this picture years ago. Let's see what guys. This picture years ago. So I thought it was kind of cool looking, right? All the pelicans out on a little jetty.
Ooh.
And then when I went back and took a really good look at it, there's 14 pelicans on that thing.
It looks like it's part of an old pier.
Now that's a little rock. It's a concrete jetty they've got up at Mandeville Lakefront to kind of break the waves coming in.
It's a wave breaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You should have them on all beaches.
But that's 14 pelicans out there. Because I count the feet.
Oh yeah, I see all the feet.
Yeah.
So that's a proper pelican crossing.
Yeah.
Pelican crossing. Well, they like to be on the lake.
Yeah. But do you guys have pelican crossings over there?
No.
That's the traffic lights where you press the button, you have to wait for the lights to change red.
We have a few highways where they built a small bridge over the highway.
Oh, that's a bridge.
So like pelicans and animals and stuff go over.
Right. A pelican crossing is not for pelicans crossing the road. Right. We don't have mass pelicans walking along the road and then suddenly go, oh, traffic light, press the button, wait for the light to go red, and then cross. It's called a pelican crossing for some random reason, but it's just a normal traffic light set of crossings. But they
Call
can
that
be
a crosswalk over here.
And
Yeah.
then we have the zebra crossing, which is the black and white stripes.
Oh, we just call them crosswalks.
So
Yep.
at a pelican crossing, you have to stop, wait for the traffic lights to turn red and the little man to turn green. Then you can cross. And a zebra crossing, you can literally just walk straight out. Wouldn't recommend it because some idiots don't stop.
But you
Yeah,
do have,
we
Go
don't
ahead,
really
Jesse.
have separate. We don't really have. I don't think separate terms for those. They're just called crosswalks, whether it's a light or not.
you get people who jaywalk there, right, David?
There's no such thing as jaywalk over here. You can cross the road anywhere you want as long as it's safe to do so.
They do it in New York City, in places like
they
New York
have-
City.
The only roads you're not
near
allowed to cross
Justin.
over, the only roads you're not allowed to cross over here are motorways, which are your like express freeways.
Yeah,
A lot of places over here have jaywalking, but dude, I've never seen any cops enforce it. Because I've seen people cross roads in the middle of not highways, but in the middle of major intersections, and just not even use a crosswalk. They just went across the road and right in front of a
I-
cop, and the cop didn't say anything to them. I've seen
If
that
I'm-
numerous times.
if I'm not mistaken, I think the jaywalking thing, I think that's an old one that's been on the books for many, many
Depends on
decades.
what state you're in, what county you're in. But that's what I'm saying. That's something I've seen people do 100 times before in front of cops, and they never said anything to them. So
I've seen
Yep.
people in New York City do it right in front of a cop standing right in front of them. Cop didn't do anything.
really want to have to go to court for a jaywalking ticket though, if you're a cop.
That'd be awkward. I don't think it's
Well, they
worth
broke
it.
the law. Depends on if they want to do it.
There's some laws that are so freaking minor that there'll be cops that almost never enforce them.
And
I mean,
we have
jaywalking's a very minor offense, but at the same time, it is dangerous in the long run. At the end of the
and
day,
we have so many laws that are so old, which are not even close to
Right back.
relevant anymore. Right,
right, but
Paul?
cops will not enforce laws like that too. There's cops that won't enforce them because they know it doesn't really apply to whatever's happening at that particular moment in time. So that doesn't, just because it's a law don't mean that they're going to enforce it. I mean, there's some sheriff's departments that won't enforce certain laws if they feel like it's not something that needs to be, you know. Like, look at all the sheriff's departments that already, there was certain shit the ATF was trying to do a couple of years ago. And there was thousands of sheriffs that came out around the country that said if they did it, they weren't going to enforce it. And without having county and local support on specific laws, the federal government really at that point has no power because they need them to enforce it in order for it to be.
Well, as I remember a number of years ago, New York wanted to enforce the SAFE Act, New York SAFE Act, which was going against guns, limiting how many bullets you can have in the magazine. And so the sheriffs across the state would not enforce it. Yeah.
Do what?
You get free bullets in a magazine. I mean, we
Yeah,
know
they regulate how many bullets you can put in the magazine.
Yeah, but we don't normally get a free CD with some games on it.
God.
Different magazine, Andrew.
No,
Hi,
but
Dusty.
That's the
Hi,
thing.
Jay.
And then some states will actually make it illegal for state and local law enforcement to do certain things that the federal government is trying to enforce. They'll tell them, you're not allowed to help them on any investigations pertaining to this
So-
particular subject.
So
And
for
they don't
so-
have to.
for a long time, New York State legislator and the sheriffs were always butting heads on the topic of the SAFE Act. Because they also want to regulate how many bullets at a time that the troopers buy.
That doesn't surprise me in New York. Same bullshit California tries to do on everybody. Oh yeah, it's okay to carry your gun in your car, but you got to have the ammunition in your trunk and have the gun locked up in the
Glove
glove
box.
box.
Yeah.
So a criminal can come up to you and you can tell them, hold on, I got to get my ammunition out of the trunk. Fucking stupid.
Paul, you can legally keep yours in your car, right?
Yeah.
But they're not actually locked up secure if it's outside your home.
Justin Dusty
Depends.
wants you to run for governor 2025.
Why? DeSantis is doing a good job.
Not when he's your president.
I don't want him to be president. Look, I tell everybody this when it comes to U.S. politics, always worry about your state and local government way before you worry about what the federal government's doing, because your state and local have way more
Well,
authority.
your
over you.
governor is elected for 4 years, isn't he?
I think it's 6 years, isn't it?
I don't
For
know.
governors, I think governors are 6 years.
Here in Michigan, it's 4 years.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
4
some
years.
states- I think some states it's 6 years though. I don't know. I'll have to look. But-
For a lot of governorships, it's 4 years.
Because, but like I said, your local and your state government have way more control over you than the federal government does. So you should be more concerned with that before you are with the federal government. Because at the end of the day, each state runs itself for the most part. So, you know, if you don't like the way your governor's doing things, you don't vote for him.
I don't think he can run again, can he?
Who?
DeSantis?
Yeah, you can. There's no term limits in Florida.
No? I didn't know if they were trying to pass a thing for term limits for governor.
That has to be done per state though.
Per state does it.
Yeah, I didn't know if Florida was trying to do it.
Now, I think it's New York.
So let me see. Hold on.
What about New York?
They're going for term limits, aren't they?
Yeah, there are term limits. Well, for most things,
By the way, have you guys seen the new Home Alone scene?
new Home Alone movie?
No, scene. It shows Kevin McAllister and he goes up to Donald Trump and he goes, "Can you tell me where reception is?" Donald Trump points to it. And then he goes up to Joe Biden and goes, "Can you tell me where the reception is?" Joe Biden just stands there looking in space. Like
I
he's
don't know
lost.
if they do. Hold on. Let me see. Florida does have term limits.
Yeah, there's
I
no
don't think-
term limits in Florida.
Are there term limits in Michigan, Paul Murray?
I think so.
For certain things, there are in New York, but I think Senate or Congress, there's not.
Give me a little bug.
Which would explain why Chuck Schumer is still in office.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think you've heard of him, Paul.
Yeah, Michigan has term limits on governors, maximum of 2 terms, 4 years each.
So 8 years.
And our current governor Whitmer, her term limits end in January 2027.
Okay. So from what I'm
Oof.
reading, Florida does have 2 consecutive term limits, but if they say so then they have to wait at least one term before they can rerun again. So they can run for, they can do two 4-year in a row, but then they can't rerun again, and then somebody else will win, and then they can come back later and run again if they want. So
Oh,
they,
that sounds familiar, Frank. You can open carry, Paul?
Yeah,
This may be controversial, but I think all politicians, once they've been voted out, should be put down so they can't come back.
well, what's scary here over in our government, I don't know how it is in there in the UK, but we've got some really old buggers that are high up on the list in our legislature, not
Oh,
state, national.
yes.
It's like
There-
that, what's her name? Pelosi.
Nancy Pelosi.
Every time you see a picture of her, she looks like she's 110.
Because we had Pelosi, Dianne Feinstein,
Yeah.
Chuck Schumer.
Well, look at what's his name, the old the old gray-haired guy.
Oh, the one that's always
Yeah,
that
he's,
doesn't
Sten-
narrow it
he's
down when you're talking about politicians.
Steyer, Stenson.
no. What's the guy's name?
He was
like-
always standing next to Pelosi at the.
We're talking about old gray haired. That's like 80% of the federal government.
True.
I think he's from Massachusetts or something. He's from the East Coast.
When you're talking about the Senate and the Congress, there's probably
Yeah.
That's
maybe 15 or 20 of them that are probably under the age of 45. Maybe. All the rest of them are all in the least there's, late 50s or older. There's a very few small amount of them that are very young.
because I know it's not Blumenthal from Connecticut.
No.
He's not gray yet. He's just a royal pain in the butt.
Well, you can't dog on the younger generations too much, Paul, when majority of the politicians are actually in your generation making all the policies.
I think Justin hit on the head this time.
I'm just
Hey,
saying that's the
Justin.
truth. What?
Y'all remember the Schoolhouse Rock series?
Cool Rock?
The I'm Just a Bill and all that other ones?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they got a new one coming up. They're doing it. It's supposed to be coming out like now.
You know how old Feinstein,
Yeah,
guess how old she is?
82.
Um,
She just died.
89.
She
Didn't
died.
die?
yeah, she
Yeah.
died,
Yeah.
but
She's
she-
not old anymore.
but she's one of the oldest among all of them.
Yep.
Yeah, she was actually, they were bringing her into Congress and she couldn't verbalize.
J-
And Nancy says, vote yes on this. And she'd vote yes on it,
Yep.
which I think that should be illegal.
Yeah, you should have to
Because
be
her-
able to.
If she can't vote, nobody can tell her what to press.
Because she was told vote yes. She just raised her hand instead of pushing the button.
Justin, your half an hour's up, whatever that means.
What?
Your half hour's up.
Half hour's up. Oh shit! Yeah, I told Laura I'd come over there and play a couple games with her. Forgot about that.
What do you got to cook, Justin?
No, I told Laura I'd come over and play a couple rounds of Fortnite with her.
Chop, chop, because I want to go to bed.
Jim,
So,
I'm not
catch
making
y'all
fun
later.
of anybody with gray hair.
Guys and ladies.
Where are you going?
Justin's gone to play Fortnite.
Oh, he is.
There was a protest on the computer in the other room. They're all waiting for him.
Was there Justin?
Bernie Sanders is the old guy I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
yeah.
Bernie Sanders. He's the most meme senator like ever.
Yeah, he needs to go too.
Because they had him in his chair, his heavy jacket, and his mittens, sitting like
Yeah.
this. They put him on the dock. They put him on ships.
My doctor sent me a new prescription today. Told me make sure I take these. So I'm on 2 or 3 a day.
Jim's laughing. Don't fall over, Jim.
Yeah, I got a whole folder. It's under the folder I know her, like that, so that if something comes up stupid, I could go in here and find the answer to it. Like when somebody is being a bunch of idiots, I'll put this one on there. Where's it? When you're being an idiot, like if it's a bunch of idiots, I'll say, yeah, they're being like ET says.
Huh.
Yeah, I got a whole folder.
Well, ain't that a kick in the teeth? All them people that have upgraded to Windows 11, yeah, with their older computers, thinking, "Yep, we got away with it. We're on Windows 11." They've just been told that the 24H2 update will give them compatibility issues with off their hardware.
Oh Lord, don't update.
Well, then just don't install the second update.
It forces it on you.
Can't you do? I think there's a setting you could stop all updates. Isn't there?
Here comes Dominic now.
No, I don't think
Yeah,
it is.
I'm
You can
finally
delay it
here.
by 7 days.
Dominic,
Dominic!
did you have to get after the girls for not paying you your cut or what?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Hey Dominic, I saw that video that you did where you were walking across. Man, I tell
Yep.
you what, pimp daddy to the max.
Pimp Daddy.
Did you see the pill bottle Joe just showed, Dominic?
No, I
Joe,
didn't.
show it.
Yeah, I got a new prescription today. Doctor told me, like lately, he told me if you need to take 3, take 3. Well,
Show it.
Are they suppositories?
no, it's not showing. Hold on.
Dominic,
Crazy
take a look at
pill.
this.
Yeah, I think I need to get a prescription of that too.
He told me, he said you may have to take 3 lately. And you remember the series Schoolhouse Rock, right?
Yep.
They putting out a new one about the bill. That was a new one that's coming out. It's coming out, I think, next week. Yeah, they can't. There's
Hey,
no way to
Jason.
explain this crap.
Yeah, well, how
Listen.
did that little song go? Something about,
I'm just a bill
yeah.
sitting on Capitol Hill. Yep.
Dusty, maybe reset the goggles?
What's going on?
Dusty's trying to reset goggles or something. Goggles are messed up. Right screen.
Oh, I
is
know what.
Pink.
Right, I know what's pissed a lot of people off. They're getting confused because the new Windows update, it forces Windows BitLocker on encryption onto you on all new installs.
Mm.
So it automatically encrypts your software, making your data safe, apparently. But obviously
Okay.
that's confusing a lot of people that don't use BitLocker.
Oh, okay.
They're now sat there going, "Where's my computer gone?"
Oh no.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dusty. Jim, I don't know. Certain things about the goggles, I'm like, I don't know. Joe and Justin are more, it's more up their alley.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Is that FPV? What kind of goggles?
Let's see.
I have no idea.
Forecast for tomorrow in Port Huron. Look for thunderstorms with a high of 79 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 67 degrees.
Thunderstorms at a high of 79 tomorrow here in Port Huron.
Yeah, we had some thunderstorms in South Australia and they missed us. I was hoping for one. Haven't seen one in 6 months. 5 months. I'd love a,
You haven't seen a thunderstorm in 5 months?
yeah, we haven't had one.
Wow.
You get any rain, Dominic?
Haven't got any rain yet either.
So you're in a drought.
No, we've had rain. We just haven't had thunderstorms. We've had above average rain, just no thunder and lightning.
You've had quite a few days with over 100 Fahrenheit, which technically should be, you should have thunderstorms.
We haven't had 100 since February.
So those on the Insider program, which is now called the Canary Channel for Windows, they all got given a new update today for the next version of Windows, and every one of them have had to factory reset the computers.
Wow.
Now, that's what you call a shitty up.
Well, I'm still going to continue running my old computer the way it is without updates.
I'm staying on Windows 10.
My oldest computer is over 10 years old and it still runs like a top. Well, actually, it's from 2009.
What Windows has it got on it?
8.
Windows 8 will still run, but a lot of software won't run on it.
It works.
Pain in the arse. Don't think Zoom works on Windows 8 now, does it?
I don't use that one much because the certain keys don't work.
Yeah. Well, I've got a Windows Surface Pro, the first version, and that came with Windows 8.1. So when they ended support for Windows 8.1, I reminded Microsoft that all Windows Surface Pros originally came with a lifetime warranty. So if my operating system don't work, they're screwed. They're replacing my Surface Pro. They gave me a free copy of Windows 10.
So was it an unconditional lifetime warranty or a limited lifetime warranty?
Unconditional.
It
was
Which means they have to.
It was a big mistake.
Big
But
mistake on their part?
Yeah, well,
It's not on your part.
there's a lot of people that are planning a class action lawsuit against Microsoft because when Windows 10 came out, they told everybody it was the final ever Windows. You will never have to upgrade your Windows again. And now they're getting told if you don't go to Windows 11, as of next year, you'll be cut off.
What is the word on the street for the next Windows? I think it's gonna be something like 12.
Yes, it should be out in January, I think.
Here you go, Paul.
Normally, it's normally in the last year of the Windows before.
That's a better look at what I had. That's the Baconator. Check this one out,
Oh.
Dominic.
Oh, nice.
Dominic,
Only thing I had different was I had lettuce and tomatoes and onions on it also. And like I
Paul-
said, I got buy one, get one free. It was $7.49. I got one in the refrigerator.
Paul Murray, that looks like your kind of burger.
What's
It is
that?
heart healthy. Heart healthy. Everybody else's heart is
Well,
healthy if they don't eat it.
David wanted that too.
Yeah.
I think David would eat it.
I think
Yeah,
David
oh,
was
he'd
gagging
be
just
all
now.
over
He had
that.
it muted.
Put it this way, right? I'd insert it somewhere where you wouldn't want it.
Well, they have a Baconator that is a vegan, and they have
No.
a vegetarian
No,
Baconator.
no,
What?
hell no,
What the hell?
hell the fuck no.
Uh,
As I've said many, many times, I have never woke up in the morning and gone, I fancy some fucking bacon. Right? Don't do it. Right? I don't want your fake meat. I don't want anything that looks like bacon, cooks like bacon, tastes like
Yep.
bacon, or the chicken, or the turkey, or the sausages. I don't want none of it. I just want proper vegetarian food, vegetables.
I like the occasional bacon, like with scrambled eggs, like for
I like
breakfast. You know?
occasional bacon with bacon.
Yeah,
real,
bacon
real bacon.
with bacon and extra bacon.
Yeah, and more bacon. I tell you,
Hey.
do not ever buy turkey bacon.
Mhm.
Let me guess. It tastes like
Tastes like flavored cardboard.
that's what I Jim. David, what's your response to David said no, Jim said new Windows is AI.
Windows 12, yes.
So my question is this. This GeForce 3070, is that going to let me go to Windows 12?
Don't know.
I don't know if the specs are out yet. Would they be?
Windows
David?
12 is September to October next year.
Probably won't.
So,
Probably got to
so,
be a 4000 series.
so about a year from now.
Yep. And if your computer runs Windows 11, it will run Windows 12.
Mike,
Yes, Jim, bacon is good. Baconators are good. Bacon.
well, I don't usually buy them because they're too expensive for me. But if I can buy one, get one free, guess what? I
You're
can go to Rallies. I can go to Rallies and get a hamburger for $1.99. It tastes just good.
You're gonna do the BOGO.
And that's all I look for. I look at those apps every day to see what's on, decide whether I'm cooking here. Like yesterday, I said, yeah, I wanted Jimmy John's because it was a $10 meal deal where you got the drink, the chips, the cookie, and the sandwich for $10. So I said, yeah, I felt like that's what I felt like yesterday. Day before, I didn't know what I felt like. I went in the refrigerator and just made some chicken wings. Because I got a lot of stuff in the refrigerator.
Frank,
I just throw the chicken wings in.
not bad, Frank. So you have thought out then, hey Dominic?
Thought out. We're
Yeah.
starting to get warmer here, yeah.
Because for a while you felt like you were still in the freezer.
We're starting to warm. We nearly hit 70 yesterday.
Now, fall starts down there, what, next month?
No, we're in spring.
Oh, you're
Not yet,
I
but
mean,
we're heading
spring.
towards spring,
Yeah,
or a strange version of spring.
Right.
I
That's
don't-
me not getting Windows 12. Screw that. No, fuck off. It's gonna be a subscription based service.
Well, I'm not getting.
But
But if you don't want to pay for it, you can have an ad based version where it'll give you an advert every 30 minutes.
No,
wait, you're saying Windows 12 is going to be subscription based,
Yeah. Or
and if you don't
ad-based.
pay, you
You
get
you get
an
ad
ad
based.
every 30 minutes?
Yep.
no.
Screwed it.
Somebody is playing with fire here.
Yep.
That's one of the
But-
craziest things I've heard from Microsoft in a long time.
Well, they was gonna put adverts. Well, they still have in Windows 11. There are certain adverts scattered around. But I can guarantee you now there'll be somebody on the Insider program working on a ad blocker for it.
Oh, there's plenty of third party ad blockers.
Yeah, but it's going to be built into the browser, so it can't be
Oh, so
uh,
so when you're surfing the web, you're
sorry, into your operating system, not your browser.
oh, okay.
Good boy.
I second Jim.
Could you imagine you're in the middle of an important conference call and suddenly it goes, "You've been missold PPA lately?"
Hey, David, that NVIDIA you put on yesterday, did you do the optimize on your channel?
I didn't.
On the computer?
Yeah, it's optimized for gaming.
Yeah, because I went in last night, cut everything off, like Justin said to do, and then I hit go ahead and optimize or whatever it was, the performance thing. Took about 30 minutes, and then it rebooted and everything. And all I'm telling you is it's a lot faster right now than it's been. As soon as I click on something, it jumps up.
Yeah, it says my game is optimized and it's at the highest recommended settings.
I think
Yeah.
David is going to like what Jim just put in the chat.
What's that?
He's referring to Microsoft. He says stick their A
Stick up
sideways.
Their A dollar signs backwards.
About the subscriptions. Stick the subscription where the sun don't shine.
Oh, where'd that come from? We just got a big crack of lightning. I just realized it's
Oh,
raining.
okay.
Yeah, lightning has been
Well,
detected. That's why you
Dom-
came down here.
Dominic, I think Joe's got your lightning.
Yeah, I know that. I'm getting jealous.
Oh, so everybody that's got a NVIDIA graphics card GTX 10 and above, so that's all RTXs, you
Uh-huh.
go into the redeem section and you can have a 1 month free Game Pass.
Come on.
yeah, if you're a gamer.
Yeah. But I've already got a Game Pass, so I don't need it.
Does Laura have Game Pass?
Yeah.
Go back.
What do you think?
Ah,
You sound not sure.
Oh, I'm sure she's got it because it's costing me money.
But isn't she paying for part of it?
No.
That's his job is to pay the bills.
Yep.
Everybody has a job in the household. David is the bill player.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't have any income, does she, David?
Yeah, she's got her carers.
A what?
She gets carers allowance, which is £80 a week for looking after me.
Oh, caregivers. I thought you called her a terrorist. I'm going, what? What?
That's
Oh,
what I
there-
thought. But
No,
we're close.
carers allowance. She gets £80 a week to look after me.
So that's 320 pounds a month.
Yep.
And how much is 320 pounds in US dollars?
Hey Google, how much is £320 in US dollars?
320 pounds is approximately $411.39.
I just quickly said 400.
So she
Yeah,
gets
Not far
411.
off.
she gets about $100 a week.
Yeah.
The hell, she probably smokes more than it, doesn't she?
She doesn't smoke anything.
Oh,
She'd be out the door if she started smoking again.
Again?
Yeah, she used to smoke when I first met her.
Oh, okay.
But we soon
Oh,
put
yeah,
a stop
it
to
is.
it every day.
It's lightning all around us, popping all around us.
Nice.
David, that's just shy of $5,000.
What? A year?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think that's enough to put up with you.
Excuse me.
Yeah, you're.
Frank thinks we should stick to Linux.
Oh, here's a chance.
What the hell?
I think as David put, Linux is for the more advanced user, correct?
I didn't say anything, but I wouldn't use it.
you gotta know what you're doing with Linux.
Yeah, that's why I
Yeah.
said it's for more advanced.
Because it is.
Yeah, been there, done that.
Linux is not user friendly.
I've got
Yep,
fingers
been
in
there,
it.
done that.
You've
way
tried
Mac-
Linux,
The
Dominic?
way Microsoft are
Yep, I
going,
tried it.
yeah, the way Microsoft are going, I reckon there'll be a Linux friendly version soon.
Can you run Windows
Relax.
on a Linux?
Relax.
What?
It's not gonna hit you.
Can you run
Okay.
a
Linux-
version of Windows on a Linux computer?
There's no such thing as a Linux
No
computer.
such thing as
Like on a
Linux,
either
like
you
on an
are
Apple-
or you aren't.
like on an
Linux is an
Apple computer,
no.
you
There's
can
no-
run Windows.
There's no buy. There's no buy. You know.
right? Linux is an operating system. It's free, open source.
No, Jim, we weren't talking 4,000 for. No, I don't think that's the price.
What's that?
Jim thinks it's 4,000 a year for Windows.
They can shove it where the sun don't shine.
That's what I was thinking, but we were talking about you and
Yeah.
her.
Her,
There is-
you and her. He says,
I met David and Laura. Excuse me.
but that's not what you said.
Yeah.
You and her.
Sorry, I had a brain fart.
I don't think David. I've never heard you refer to her as her. Have you, David?
I'm still here, Paul. What do you think?
She's on Fortnite, so she doesn't know.
Oh, yeah. No
She
one,
knows.
Laura. There's nothing goes on that she doesn't know about.
Yeah. Tell you
Am I
what,
right,
I'm,
David?
Wait,
Yeah.
are you Jim? Are you serious? So you're serious, Jim? Jim, are you sure that's a correct number? $4,000 a year?
That's what they're talking about.
Well, that sounds like a Camilla deal to me.
Well, put it this way: if they want me to have Windows 12 at that price on my computer, they can buy my fucking computer off me, and then they can put it on themselves. Because there's absolutely no way I'm paying over $1,000 for a computer and then having to pay £4,000 a year. It'll be finished. It'll be the end of Microsoft.
But from what I'm seeing, it's not a done deal that it will be subscription.
No, it's just early talk.
So a lot of things can change.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking there, Frank. Well, it could be in some ways. So, I mean, you said it's not coming out for over a year from now, right?
Yeah, October next year.
So,
October next year. We will know by January if it's going to be.
because I mean, because if you went to Dell, you bought a computer, on top of the $1,000, over $1,000 you pay for the computer, you're paying it $4,000 plus on top of $1,000 for the Windows.
Yep.
So you're buying a $5,000 computer.
It's you gotta wait, Andrew,
Nope.
because by this time everybody was telling. What was everybody telling you 6 months ago? You'll never be able to fly your drone. You might as well sell them all. You're
Oh
they're
yeah.
gonna outlaw them. You know,
Yeah, what happened with that? Have they outlawed them yet?
no.
No,
No,
they're still talking.
they're on recess right now.
At the moment, they're on recess till I
And
think
there's
beginning
no
of
plan.
September.
They do not have the votes to pass anything like that.
At the moment,
Well, they got that guy Tester that's trying to rewrite the whole thing.
oh, the one from Montana.
Yeah, the guy that's up for reelection that they're talking about right now, that might get beat.
He's a senator, right?
Yeah, he might get beat right now. I think he's
Ooh.
up for reelection.
So is he in primary or is this in November?
This is in November.
Okay,
Oh, they're not running out of battery.
that'll be interesting to see if he loses.
He might. Oh shoot! What happened to that crazy woman? Did that other squad member lose yesterday?
Ilhan Omar won, but that's just her primary. She goes on to race in November.
Yeah.
There was another one that lost. I think he was the one that pulled the fire alarm.
Yeah, two of them have lost.
Of the what do they call that club? The what?
The squad.
The squad.
Yeah,
Oh,
two of
yeah.
them have lost.
Need to get rid of all of them.
With the,
I agree. I think Dominic's heard of the squad.
Squad of what?
Ilhan Omar and four other
It's a group of
congressmen.
Democrat Congress people that are idiots, so they call them a squad.
Oh, okay.
On a lot of
I know.
issues,
I
they
know of the. I know of the. I know of the people you're talking about. I didn't know they were called the squad.
yeah.
you know the type of people we're talking about.
Look,
Yeah, I know. We've got them over here.
that's funny. Who
Not
put
just
that up?
American.
You read that, Dominic?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I'll jump over.
that's smart. I'll get it to you. I'll give it to you tomorrow.
Is it one of the squad from Michigan, Paul?
Yeah,
Is he the one that lost?
no,
No, Omar.
it's a she,
That's Omar, the one that won.
Omar.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she,
y'all gotta, did you vote?
I did not vote for Omar, but she's not South Carolina.
No.
Jim, I think that's a possibility. Well, because if they up it that much, people are going to dump Windows, and they could dump Office as well.
Office is struggling as it is.
A lot of people are using the old version of Office.
Mm.
Well, I've got 2016 full version, which was quite funny. It actually came on a computer that I bought from a second-hand store. And when I looked at it, the license key said free forever. And I was like, cool. When I put it in, it said no, only for 12 months. So I contacted Microsoft and sent them the screenshot. And they went, oh, crap, we're going to have to give it you forever. I was like, thank you very much.
I thought you meant they just threw it in a sleeve because they lost the case.
No, it was a promo error on the laptop.
Cool Cat, I think you're quite close. I think you're hitting it there. I think Joe might have something to say about that.
Was one,
See,
Omar?
see,
Yeah, as I
see,
said, it's a
see
very
Cool
delicate
Cat.
subject here.
See
Yeah, I
Cool
think so.
Cat.
Could be.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that
It-
far. There's not a hope in hell. All these people saying about jihadists and forcing Islam on people, there's not a hope in hell's chance it's going to be forced on the American people or the British people. None. Zero. Absolutely not.
You want to know the biggest Jewish person in American politics, or at least in New York? Chuck Schumer.
Okay.
There's a lot of Jewish people in politics, but doesn't mean you're going to have to become Jewish.
Exactly. We just need to learn to tolerate each other.
Yep. But let's be honest, right? If somebody came to you, Andrew, and said, right, you've got to come and become Islamist, would you?
No.
Exactly. They're not going to force it on you. It's not going to happen.
They're
They
gonna
won't.
try though.
No, they're not going to try. The people think they're going to try. There's not a hope in hell's chance. No one is going to think, right? Because religion is dying.
Hmm.
Yeah, but
religions.
fanaticism is not dying.
Yeah. Extremism is different. Now, extremism, they're not going to force extremism on you. They're going to use it against you.
Yep.
Mm.
That's the difference. So when everybody keeps going, oh, they're going to come over here and make,
Because there,
make this
some
Islamist land.
because
they're
some
not.
of the extremists are posting the propaganda online, and they let the people, other across parts of the world,
You know it happens both
and
ways, don't you? You got the extremists that post it, and a lot of the extremist material is actually posted by the far right to wind you up, to get you to go out and fight against them. Yeah, it's just tolerate people. Get on with your life. Don't worry about it. No one's gonna
Yeah.
make you become.
how you doing, Cool
you don't
Cat?
want to.
Yep.
I've never done that, Cool Cat.
Yeah. See, the other thing is, everybody goes on about Islam and how they're trying to force that on people. No one's actually said anything about the bloody Jehovah's Witnesses and Mormons keep knocking on my door, trying to shove that down my throat.
Yes.
They literally come and knock on your freaking door.
Yeah.
Some people here put out a little sign by their front door saying, "We charge $50 a minute for Jehovah's Witnesses to talk to us."
You know what I do? When I see them coming around, I make a cup of tea, I get a bottle of vodka, I get the biscuits, and when they come to the door, I get my chair out and I set it up, and I go, right, let's go, and start talking to them. Keep them there for a couple of hours, they soon get bored. I had one of them tied in knots. Apparently, God keeps up with the modern times. And I went, well, in that case, then I want his mobile number or his email address. I've got a few complaints to make. They didn't like that.
We don't have that over here much.
It's everywhere over here.
Because there's a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses in the Southeast and Midwest.
Joe, do you have that going on at your door?
Oh, they try.
I haven't seen any of them here.
I have on my front door. I have a Christian emblem. So let them come on. I'll tell them about it. You know? When I know it's Jehovah's Witness in the area, I open the door with a Bible and say, "What do you want to talk about?"
The other option, right, is to open the door and say, "I'm into sadism. You want to talk about my subject as well? Watch them run."
Or you open the door and you have a armament you've been cleaning. Joe knows
We
what I'm talking
actually
about.
across the hall, we actually had a group of them that lived there. They bring their bikes up the stairs, put them inside, and in the morning they come out and they be out in their little ties and white shirts and get on their bikes and go run.
Yeah.
They were cool.
Yeah, my mum's old neighbour was a Mormon. He preached everything. We don't drink. We don't do this. Yeah, he was always pissed on a Saturday night in the freaking garden. Guaranteed every Saturday. Don't drink my ass.
David was always telling him, "Well, you don't know what you're missing."
So you're saying he was drinking in the garden?
Yeah, it's a bit like what's the other ones? Oh, they don't preach much on you. Salvation Army. Yeah, the ones that march now. We don't drink. Lying fucks. Where you all going? Well, after this march, we're going down pub.
I have to do it. I got to find a better way to do this. Every year when it comes down, I made all the websites for the people so far that have signed up for the season. But I got about 20 more to go that are going to be coming in, 15 to 20. I got 13 made now. I got to get the information to the parents with the site location and their password. I don't give them an option to change the password. If they want to change it, it's got to go through me. I put it in. They can't change it. That way I can get into the site to double check it.
Can you copy the template so many times and just fill in?
Oh yeah,
who
that's
it's gonna be
easy.
for?
The website's easy. The information, getting it to them is the hard part, because half of them pay me in Venmo and few of them pay me with the email address. I got the email addresses. So if they send me a check, I gotta go look up an envelope to see what email they put on it. You know, I gotta find an easier way to do this. The Venmo's easy. All I gotta do is copy and paste it in the comment in Venmo. But I've also got some of these people that pay me Venmos, I got their email addresses. Once I get the email address, I keep it in case I get them again next year.
Yeah, I'd save it for the moment and later
So
figure out if you still need it.
Right now, I've got three email addresses. A lot of them are Venmo. Venmo's gonna be easy. I just got to find them.
Just make sure you mark who email.
Oh, what I do is I put I put everything in green, and when I send it to them, I change it to red, so I know it's gone. I know they got it. So that if they come back and they'll tell me, "Well, I didn't get my email," I'm gonna say, "Well, check your spam. I sent it on this day." I told them I'd send them out this weekend because the first game's next week.
Oh.
So
So that'll
between now and next week, I'm expecting 10 more or 15 more. Easy.
so you got another 20 to go.
Yeah, once as they come in, as they're coming in, I'm putting them on, so I don't have to do them all in bulk. You know, all I got to do is in the regular season photo club section. They got one page. It's got different categories. I just add a new category, put it to that person, and then lock it up where they can't go into it without a password, so people just can't go view it. So they have their password once they pay me, and once they pay me, I release it so they can download from it.
Oh, that makes sense.
And they
Smart.
don't have, I put it separate because I don't put watermarks on those pictures. So when they pull them down, they get no watermarks.
Cool cat.
Actually-
You must watch a lot of History Channel.
Actually, I saw a change in that when I was doing something. I might be able to now, because right now, if somebody orders a picture from me and it's a high res, I've got to send it to them. I may now be able to, because I put watermarks on the main page. So now it's telling me, do you want me to send them the full size with the watermark or without? So since the page puts it on, it does. I don't put it on. So now they may be able to get it that way, and I won't have to send them every time. It'll be automatic. That'll save me a lot of time.
Oh yeah. Hi, Don.
Donald.
Good evening,
Donald?
Donald.
Which Newcastle do you refer to, Donald?
I think
Is it Britain?
you would think so.
Because there's numerous cities with the same name in the U.S.
And we've got one here.
Well,
We've got a
there's,
Newcastle
there's-
here.
there's a big Newcastle here.
Newcastle, sorry.
But look what's just happened over here, right? We've got all these riots going on because of whatever reasons people are making up. We've also just had a priest paid off so he doesn't have to face a conviction for molesting boys. What the hell? Because it would look bad on the church.
Well, I heard there was a priest in Austria just got caught by the police cooking meth.
It won't surprise me.
Police
if
ordered
you
by
want-
the prosecutor
Yeah.
to go in and seize assets.
If you want to get away with a crime, the easiest place to hide is behind religion because people don't want to believe that religion is bad.
You have a message, by the way, David, in the chat from Cool Cat.
Do I? Where?
He said, "Okay, that's enough ranting for now." Do you see it? Do you see the YouTube chat?
Yeah, I see that. I'll ignore it.
Okay.
The point is, all religion has good and bad.
Oh, yes.
I mean, you look up what happened over here, not last year before, when we had the big blockades of the tunnels, French tunnels. All the Sikhs going out, making food and taking it to the lorry drivers. Taking lorry drivers bath stuff and everything, so all the lorry drivers could have showers and stuff.
I didn't tell you, Paul. About 11 o'clock, I get a message on my phone on my way. It was my ex-wife, because I was supposed to watch the baby today 1 to 3. I knew that.
What the
She
hell?
asked me because she had to go somewhere. So I looked at it and said, well, shoot, it's 1 o'clock. It's like 11 o'clock. She shows up about 11:30, hands me the baby. She's got to go to Pearl River, Mississippi for an interview with a client. And Brittany isn't working, but she's home. She wasn't feeling good. So she brought the baby to me, right? And she said, yeah, Brittany said she's going to get up around 12 and come get her. So now I'm only going to have her, this is about 10:30. I'm only going to have her about an hour and a half. So she walked around. She was good for about 30 minutes. And then she says, I want mama. I said, well, mama's coming to get you in a little while. This girl was tired. That's what it was. And I knew it had to be that because she didn't want anything I could give her. I finally gave her a cookie. She ate it. Her diaper was fine. She drank a little bit of juice, but she started giving me a little crying fit. I said, get over here. I said, you're not going to do that to me. She came over. I picked her up. She laid down right here, started going to sleep. And I had taken a fluid pill. So I'm saying, well, this ain't good. I got to go to the bathroom. So I'm sitting here. So she knocks out. So I got her on my shoulder and I had to go to the bathroom holding her like that. And after I went to the bathroom and got back, I looked over at the bed in the back and I laid her down on the bed. She looked up at me. I rolled over the top of her, laid down. She rolled over, laid back on me like this. And I just said, okay, stay right here. This was at 11 o'clock, right? And I'm laying there and I hear my daughter walk in and I'm saying, well, glad she came fast. My daughter comes walking and she starts laughing. She goes, what time she go to sleep? I said about 11, about 11:05 maybe. She goes, well, she's sleeping good. I said, what do you mean? She goes, it's almost 1 o'clock. So we laid down there and both of us knocked out till almost 1 o'clock.
Oh, good.
Hey, you
Well,
both need,
that was good.
I guess you both need a nap.
Well, I needed a nap after she started on me. That's what I needed. But that was the best. Because my daughter and I used to do that. I used to lay there and she'd lay on me, like on the side of me, and she did the same thing, lay the same way. And she just laid there and just knocked out, not knocked out. I was in the middle of a good dream too when my daughter woke me up.
You were chasing good-looking women.
No, wasn't a good looking woman in that dream. I was making money though.
Oh, you were making millions flying your drone, right?
I'd rather make money than hey Dominic, I'd rather make money than have good looking women.
Hmm.
The good looking women gonna take the money you made. Oh, speaking of which, my daughter's calling.
How did she know? How did she know he was talking about her?
Yeah,
Well,
She's
been
obviously
there-
listening
she's been
here.
there enough times. She's got a bug in there.
You think she's on her phone or computer listening to this?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Right. I am not saying that property prices are out of control over here. Now, when I got made homeless last year, my flat that I was paying privately for was $750 a month. That $750 a month now would get me a 1-room with shared bathroom and shared kitchen.
Wow, that's a lot smaller than what you got.
Yeah.
That would be a communal kitchen and communal bathroom.
Yeah, I've done that in the past. It's not very good.
At least that's what some call it.
Yes, communal living. My first property had my own kitchen and it had a bedroom and living room in one, but we had to share the bathroom. That was a hell of a fucking nightmare.
I can see why. Because the cheapest places in New York City aren't even that. What you just described.
Well, when you think in the private sector, that's what 750 gets you per month, right? Now, this property I'm in now, rented by the council, is only £89 per week, which is what, 360, 400 quid? Yeah, 360 a month.
Yep.
Just goes to show how the private sector's just gone out of control.
Well, some people don't know the true value of the same thing.
It's got
Two flats identical. One is a
No,
lot more than the other.
the problem
value.
is to get social housing now, you have to have like a medical condition or kids or something. Yeah. But they still try to force you into the private sector first.
That sounds more like politics.
Well, there's a lot of politics to it.
With strings attached.
Well, they want to build an extra 1 million social housing. And 6,000 of that's going to be around me. And people are like, yes, but they're going to build more flats. Yes, if they don't build flats, they're going to have to build houses. And 6,000 houses going to take up a lot more land than 6,000 flats.
Well, near where my grandparents lived in New York, there's an old mall. They want to tear that down, put in low-income housing, retail shops, and maybe a convention center.
Yeah, that is one thing that does my head in over here. Right? They won't build new doctor surgeries, they won't build new schools, but they will still build a block of flats in the middle of nowhere and put shops around on the bottom floor. Nobody wants shops because, you know, if you've only got 40 flats above you, there's not enough customers to keep a shop running.
What you mad at me for?
Hi, Dino. Everything all smooth there, Joe?
Oh, yeah. They lost electricity because of this rain.
Is
The
it a
power
heavy
went out.
rain or just the rain?
That's pretty good. It stopped here, but they're about 2 miles from me.
Ah,
She said they lost it about a half hour ago.
and it's warm out, right?
What?
Is it hot there?
Well, it's hot enough. It's 84.
How comes in
So
America?
if they lose their electricity, it's going to warm up fast then.
And she said it's getting pretty warm.
Yeah,
They
how
said
come,
they've been in that house for almost a year, and they've lost electricity about 4 times, and they usually lose it for about an hour.
yeah. So why in America do you lose power in a thunderstorm all the time?
Because it's bad wiring in that neighborhood. That's what it is.
Part of the
Old
time it ends up
infrastructure.
being lightning hits the transformer.
Yeah, it could be.
Well, and it's old infrastructure too. You
And
know,
old-
you've got communities that have wires that were put up in the 40s and 30s.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Paul's
what I
right.
like about our system over here now, the way it works, say like there's a massive power voltage problem in this flat, and it suddenly cuts the power out to the whole estate. what they do is they isolate where the by Andrew. I think he must have been how I put
Yeah.
That was quick.
it. Yeah. So they isolate the problem here and then they reroute the power so it comes back round. So everyone else comes back on, apart from those where the main problem is. And it's done
Well, that's
within,
what they're gonna do here, but it's gonna take a while for them to figure it out.
but it's done in literally seconds. Sometimes the lights will flicker, you know that someone's power's gone off somewhere.
Yeah, they were probably getting the lightning over by them. So this person that is going tomorrow to propose a ban on excessive price gouging. They're saying that it tailors the plan that Jimmy Carter did back in the 70s when we couldn't get gas or anything.
Yeah,
And that's her plan she's coming out with tomorrow. She
Yeah.
said it's basically the same.
Is this the one where when you get like a disaster, they all up the prices?
No, this is gonna be for everyday items all the time. Where they're gonna say that you can't put an excessive price on something. Now if prices are going up for manufacturing, you're gonna have to prove why you're raising the price of the good. So people are gonna when that happened back in the 70s, everything was short. You couldn't find anything because nobody
oh
was doing
yeah,
anything.
back in the 70s, there was lineups in a small town like Port Huron, line up for 6 blocks to get gas.
Yeah. It'll be the same thing here. And we're not gonna get gas anyway because she wants to ban all fracking, all other stuff.
Yep.
See, that's what I don't understand. She's saying, I'm gonna ban all fracking. Pennsylvania is like a lot of jobs in there,
Well, the
and they're
underlying,
still,
the underlying
what's
thing,
all I'm
Joe,
saying.
is it's all about them being in control of your life.
yep.
Totally.
Yeah. Well, the ban on fracking, they started fracking over here, but they had to ban it because we're a small island. We're not like America where you can frack out in the middle of nowhere and every now and again you just get a little boom 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 boom. Over here we had places like Blackpool where people's cups were falling off the sides because they were fracking. So they banned it over it.
Well, they were doing fracking in, I can't remember the name, it might be St. Martin's Parish. That's west of Baton Rouge, right? Out
Yep.
near one of the swamp areas. And all of a sudden a sinkhole developed and sucked the whole swamp in.
Yeah, it will do. Because you're
And it's gone.
exploding.
The swamp's gone.
Yeah, you're exploding it underground.
Yeah. So everything went underground.
It's one of
Yeah,
the-
we're gonna see.
one of the few things that the Tories got right banning fracking.
Mm.
So it's gonna get interesting in the next couple of days. If Trump was on for right at 2 hours,
Yep.
it took an hour's worth of questions. And then he thanked everybody for coming. And he's gonna do it again next week. He said he's
Yes.
gonna do this every week.
Yeah, don't think his interview with Elon Musk went down well, did it?
Well, that's because people didn't want him to go down well. Elon Musk, and they did a good interview. It's just everybody they said they got hacked. They said that everybody said that Musk should go to jail for interviewing him. It's like, give it a break, people.
Right. I don't like Elon Musk. You know, the fact I didn't mind him at first, but once he started butting into our politics, it's like, right, you can fuck off now, mate. You know, picking fights with other countries' prime ministers and presidents and that. It's just a no-no when you're just a no man with a lot of money and a social media site. So that was my thing. But going to jail for interviewing someone? What next?
Well, it's whatever shuts you up.
Well, Paul, you're going to jail for allowing me on your panel.
Yeah.
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 Because that's the stupidity of it, isn't it? Really. If you're all he's done is given Trump a space to air his. I'd like to see him must do it the other way as well and interview Harris. No, that would be an interesting.
Yeah, because I think a great interview is when people of two different ideologies actually chat and discuss with each other. Because if you're chatting to someone or you're interviewing someone and you're on the same ideology, it seems to be a little bit like an echo chamber.
Yeah,
and you really want to see how both perform under,
under
not
the same
pressure, but under a
scrutiny.
different under a different way, really.
Yeah.
I think it would be very interesting to see people of different sides interview each other.
Put them in a wrestling ring. Go on, fight it out. Go on. Good luck.
I think it'd be a very interesting conversation, honestly.
MSI Curve computer. This was a great monitor, worked really well until I dropped it. And he wants 600 quid for it. He wants
Tends to
600
happen.
quid. Yeah, he wants 600 quid for it. Yeah, good luck, mate. I do like some of these people trying to sell TVs that have got golf balls embedded in them and stuff. If you don't mind a big hole in the middle, it's fine. Like this one, look.
So TJ was never in the chat, right?
It was in my chat earlier.
So
So
he was
this,
there earlier.
so this one,
He's
they
over
want,
at Captain Ray's.
Yeah.
they want £300 for this because it still works on the left and the right hand side of the background.
That ain't good. No.
That's not gone well.
That's what I mean. Why did you just list it on Facebook? Just chuck it in the bin. It's done. I'll see if we'll find a 4K ultra wide monitor. Well,
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go to sleep early today.
Yeah, I think I need a nap.
You just got up though.
Oh no. I'm just sitting here and thinking, sooner or later I've got to get up, get dressed, get ready, and start the day.
Yeah, I know.
don't
This is
want
my last week without having football. So Football starts next Friday night.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't want to rub it in here, Dominic, but I'm getting ready for bed in a minute. See you on the other side.
Yep.
Oh. It. I was gonna say hi to you, Dominic, over in Captain Ray, but you're not on it.
I popped in at the very start and said hello.
Yeah. So hey, Dominic.
I'll go back and watch that because Herman and Lawrence are two people that I really enjoy.
Yeah.
I really love listening to them. They have such a great passion for life. So I'll go back and watch that.
Yeah, they're on now.
That's why I'm going to go back and watch it because, as I said, I just love the both of them.
Yeah, TJ is telling me he's having problems hearing and seeing, and Akarat Warren said, "Well, just refresh or reboot or change your device." Like this morning, TJ was sharing something when I was on my way home to Paul's stream, and he said, "Can y'all hear it?" He says, "How do you get this sound to work?" We tell him that every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should have been here this morning. I was running late because I had to bring the dog to the vet. And I tell him 15 minutes into it, I'll be home in a couple of minutes. 30 minutes into it, I get home and he says, well, there's only 14 people watching. I'm going to call it. Boom.
Yeah, he did cut it early, didn't he?
Well, hell, you know. Only 14 people watching.
Yeah, I know.
That's probably a top number for him.
Well, I put it on. I went to the kitchen to get a can of Dr. Pepper and came back and it ended. I was like, oh, all right then.
It was gone.
That's it. Here, 1 minute.
Oh, he's quick.
The next.
Yeah, he's quick, boy, I tell you.
Yeah,
Take him in a cup. Gone.
Yeah, it's not that he actually has a whole conversation, but he forgets that there's a 20-second delay between what he says and it appearing on YouTube. So he just goes, I'm going to call it, and then just puts his hand in the air and he's gone.
Yep.
But actually, he's had a whole conversation after that.
Why is this still here?
No.
Cool. 6 gig hard drive for only a tenner.
Okay.
Might get a picture on that.
I'll wait till Paul comes back. I don't know where he's gone. Because I think it's time for me to shut things off.
Yeah, I'm going to cut out of here in a minute.
Yeah.
Get a coffee, veg out.
We
And
should all turn our screens to black and see what he says when he comes back.
That's what I was saying. We all get off and we come back and we all be gone.
Yeah, just do that. And change your name to a dot or something.
We need to type in the chat. See y'all later.
Yeah. For all those on YouTube, in advance of Paul coming back, we'll see you all tomorrow.
See you all next time.
Oh, I forgot to tell you guys today, walking through Basildon Town Centre.
Yep.
and one of the shops has got like a metal front, like a really shiny metal front.
Huh.
And as I walked past it, I brushed my hand on it. The one
Mhm.
behind me was like, "What the fuck?" And there was a almighty big blue flash from the static on in my hands when they hit the
Mhm.
metal. And I kept, as I was walking along, I kept touching Laura and static shocking her.
Mhm.
Backing in. It's like, cool, I got the power. Could have gone round charging people's phones up. Instant charge. Psh.
He didn't even say where he was going.
Did everybody leave?
No, we're still here, but I think we're about to leave, so I think it's
Yeah.
time to.
About ready to call it? Okay,
Yeah.
we can call it.
There's-
Okay,
Yeah,
we're
we were
calling
gonna
it.
we were gonna leave it quiet when you came back, you know?
Well, what I did is I went to the bathroom, I had to pick some peanuts, and I had to let Mia in and out.
Right. Well, Paul, there's 10 people watching. Let's call it.
Okay, all right, if if it's okay with David, we're gonna call it. Joe,
Yep.
See you on the next
Veronica,
one.
you have a good evening, and we'll see you
See-
again in the morning.
See you in the morning.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.